The court judge has said that prenuptial agreements should be recognised as an alternative to going through the courts. The comment was made in a ruling on the case of German heiress Katrin Radmacher. She has succeeded in getting her prenup upheld in her divorce settlement. Well, Ms Radmacher's solicitor, Ayesha Vardag, called it a landmark ruling in the acknowledgement of prenuptial agreements.
Lord Justice Thorpe praised two modern principles. First, that there should be due respect for adult autonomy. Responsible adults should be allowed to decide the final of their marriage themselves without excessive interference from a nanny state. Second, that the old void for public policy argument reflects the laws and morals of earlier generations. We have moved on. The Court of Appeal, in a carefully reasoned, thoroughly modern judgment, have enabled English matrimonial law to catch up with the rest of the world. From today, grown-ups can agree in the best of times what will happen in the worst of times.
Well, I'm joined now by David Lister, who is a partner in family law at Michon de Rea Solicitors. A very good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon.
What do you make of this then? Are prenups going to become legally binding here in the UK?
I think that as a result of the decision this afternoon, the chances are that prenups are going to be, hopefully, the norm rather than the exception.
And is that a good thing, in your opinion?
I think that given the opportunity for the people to negotiate with one another when they're in a friendly state, it is a good thing, because what tends to happen when people separate is that they basically don't like one another, and the chances of reaching a negotiated settlement are sadly reduced.
Doesn't it kind of sort of ruin the whole concept of marriage, though?
I think it certainly ruins romance. Whenever I advise clients about prenuptial agreements, I have to tell them that before they walk down the aisle, they need to disclose to one another what they've got and what they don't have, and then they have to work a deal out between the two of them. So, to a certain degree, it destroys romance.
Yeah, it does really, because when you get married, it's supposed to be for life, isn't it? Whether you do it in a registry office or in a church, it's supposed to be for life. So, you know, to be thinking before you get married about closing the deal later on kind of destroys all that, doesn't it?
I think it's a cultural thing. In European countries, prenuptial agreements are akin to a will. They're the norm. Here, they're the exception rather than the norm. But I think as a result of the judgment today, there may be change, but gradual.
So how gradual do you think it'd be? Because there was an international element to today's case, wasn't it? The people concerned from different countries where prenuptial agreements are recognised, they did get married in London, but how much of a change do you think this means for us here in the UK?
Well, it's a Court of Appeal judgment, which is a very senior court, and as Ayesha Vardag said, it's a very robust judgment. I think that the point has to be said that the Law Commission have been looking into this for a long, long time, and hopefully the judgment from the Court of Appeal may chivvy them along to actually make some law about it, which will make the task easier for everybody, and maybe make prenuptials the norm for people who have less money than those who are in the Court of Appeal today.
OK, we've got to leave it there. Thanks very much indeed for your time.
Thank you very much.
Now, an American soldier has been